So today I'm at the Arboretum first time this year and I'm probably alone here. There's like nobody. It's a Saturday and I'm almost alone. I did see one photographer taking photographs like me, of the flowers and the bugs and the trees. What I'm doing here today is I'm actually trying out a new focus stacking technique. Now, if you don't know what focus stacking is, that's basically trying to get everything in focus. So controlling the depth of field to a point where everything or whatever you desire is in focus. But today what I'm doing is actually a little bit different. It's a combination of burst shooting and manual focusing. So let's try and find some interesting compositions and see how this works. So I think I can get a shot of this stream with the flowers, and definitely need to slow down the shutter speed. And oh, I'm not alone. But typically there's more people here. Okay, so this would be cool. Now with those flowers over there to be kind of reflected off the water, I'm gonna have to get my camera like really low in order to get this shot, but maybe trying to find some more interesting foreground elements. Hello, my little vlogger. Can you show me your camera? Oh yeah, nice. Okay, so this could be a cool perspective right over here, and I can use this thing right here as a foreground element. And if I put my camera like really low, I'm actually going to have to invert my tripod in order to get this shot. So it would be somewhere like this. And I actually think I can make it kind of interesting with a little bit of Photoshop editing to kind of add a little bit more atmospheric light, because it's a very flat lighting situation. As you can see, it's kind of cloudy all the way. So the idea is to get everything in focus, but do it in a very kind of simple, automated way, because before I was always struggling with, what should be in focus, and if I miss a certain area, then that area was out of focus, and I came home with 5 or 6 images of that scene, and parts of the photograph was out of focus. And well, I never actually took 10 photographs. I always took, I think, like 3 or 4, which is probably not enough. So for that reason, I had to shoot with f11, f16. However, here I can use now an aperture, let's say of f5.8, which is going to give me the sharpest image and therefore the sharpest photograph in the end. So the sharpest images and the sharpest photograph. So let me show you how this is done. And then set your camera here on the bottom and you can get it really close to the ground. I got a couple of drops on my lens when I was taking those awesome slow motion B-roll shots, getting really close to the water. So the idea is to attach the camera right here, invert it, so then I can get it really close down to the ground like this. And the cool thing is that I can then make it lower or lower it even more with this. So this is kind of a standard traveler's tripod. This is the Siori 5C, which is carbon fiber, weighs less than 1 kilogram with the ball head and is exactly 99 euros. So this is my one go-to traveler's tripod. I mean, it's just awesome. Turn the camera on, now set my composition right, and then switch to burst photographing. So the camera, I'll press the shutter, the camera is going to then take a photo every second, and I'm going to manually focus all the way from the closest point all the way to the most distant point. I'll just follow the little ruler on my display showing me, the closest point is going to be, I don't know, like 2 centimeters or something like this, actually, or 20 centimeters, and then all the way into infinity. Now, some of the shots are going to be out of focus in the close range and in the furthest range, but I don't really care about that because I'm only going to use the ones that have at least something in focus. So let's see how this works. So I'm going to set my burst. So this is the low, high speed, high plus, something like this. Mid low is going to be okay. And I'm going to switch it to manual. Focus like this. So now I can basically manually focus. So I'm going to start right at the closest point where, the area here is going to be in focus, and then just start firing away and slowly moving the ring, being careful not to move the camera. So one hand is going to be on the shutter button, pressing it, holding it down to take the photographs, and the other hand is going to be rotating the focus ring and getting, photograph, 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 and then just slowly rotating it to get, those shifts in the focal plane. So yeah, this is kind of an automated way to do it.